We behold you, beautiful one. We behold you, child of the earth and sun. Let our love wash over you. Let our love wash over you.
The Fierce Nonviolence Pilgrimage is an 11-day journey through nuclear-impacted communities in the Pacific Northwest. When we think about nuclear weapons, we most often think of Hiroshima and Nagasaki, but one of the intentions of this pilgrimage is to expand that view to include testing of nuclear weapons, mining for the uranium, storage and disposal of nuclear waste, and the current deployment of thousands of nuclear weapons, including at the Trident submarine base on the Puget Sound. We began our journey by visiting the Spokane Nation, who were impacted by uranium mining on their reservation.
So they're mining all across the world in a lot of indigenous communities, and we saw the same story play out and play out. They'd go mine, they'd pollute, they'd create a mess, and they'd leave. So went from that phase of grief to healing, and that's what we see with our canoes and our canoe families, is that we're back to doing things as big families, as tribes, and like asserting our sovereignty by being on these waters.
With our family here is how we're healing, and our gathering our foods, being together. Like, this is really what we need as community to heal from things like that.
That's how we roll.
Oh yeah, I got
When the Marshall Islands were part of United States territory, we detonated 67 nuclear bombs in the atmosphere as part of our testing.
You know, the day that they were doing the test, they could feel the difference between, like, the, you know, of the sky, because the morning the sky was, or it was clear, but then after they hear the explosion, they could see like cloud, and it was dark. It started to get dark. And then the next day, they wake up and see their water, their drinking water, turn into yellow color. But they didn't know what the color was from. But they went ahead and make their food, drink, wash their face, you know, because they didn't know what's happening.
And I feel like, you know, someone as a youth, I want to advocate for my elderly people and just for our future and our sake, because I want to be able to go back home, you know. I want to go visit, you know, and be able to have what we have.
There's room to move forward and grow as a community and just be resilient.
At the invitation of the Yakama Nation, we had the opportunity to visit the Hanford Nuclear Reactor site, one of the 3 original Manhattan Project sites involved in the creation of the bombs dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki.
The B reactor is the one with the stack that still is in place. That is the place where they made the weapons-grade plutonium that was the fuel that went into a bomb that was dropped on Japan.
And there are songs and prayers that are specific to the white lives, and you know, and there's, you know, we believe everything is alive.
We also heard from Norimitsu Tosu, an 83-year-old survivor of the Hiroshima atomic bombings.
I had a few scenes remembered, and one is that a horse trembling fiercely and fell down a third. I love animals, so that scene is a very, you know, I remember that scene.
Spiritual grounding is an important element of our journey, and we began each morning with song and poetry, took time for silence to integrate in the afternoon, and closed our day with an evening ritual and storytelling. Throughout the journey, we've woven together a series of trainings on nonviolent social change to give participants a way to act in response to the stories we've heard and the experiences we've had. We're not going to actually divide, but this is what we're trying to do.
Just letting my community know that we can survive. We're strong people, and we're not gonna let the past come in our way and stop us from doing what we think is right.
The way I look at it, I believe that the youth, we have so much potential.
The pilgrimage culminated in a 2-day peace walk to Kitsap Bangor Naval Base, where we offered our prayers and protest in the face of Trident nuclear submarines that threatened to destroy all life on Earth.
Most pilgrimages are marching toward the light, toward enlightenment, toward a place that is sacred and holy and good. And we are marching toward death. And so that's why on this journey, we have to be so conscious of how we hold each other and how we care for each other and ourselves, because marching toward death is a terrifying thing. And we're not gonna get there if we don't figure out how to survive that journey.